In today's episode, we carry on stripping down the suspension.
Hello, welcome to Jerry Motorsport. I'm Jerry. Let's get started.
Yeah, so finding the top arm is a bit of a disappointment last time, but at least I know what the knocking is. Time-wise, that was a problem for the auto solo that I've entered. Fortunately for me, in terms of getting the midget fixed, that auto solo had to be cancelled. That does give me a bit of grace time. Next event that I'd like to enter with the club is in June. So that's the next target, is to get the suspension finished on the car by June. I've got a lot of the new parts have now arrived, new upper arms to replace these damaged upper arms. On this side anyway, I'm hoping the other side isn't damaged, but it's going to be a complete rebuild of the front suspension. We're cleaning up parts where we can. So June's the next target. Let's get on with getting the first part off the car.
The upper arm on Midge is an upgrade from Frontline, which replaces the shock absorber and puts the remote shock absorber here and giving this arm instead of the shock arm. Unfortunately, this arm is supposed to just move up and down like this, but it also moves sideways. And that, when we go over a bump, that's the banging that we hear. I'm hoping that there's some serviceable parts in there. There's bearings or something like that, bushes, that I can replace. But I've tried to take the bolt out and there's not enough space with the washer bottle, sorry, the expansion bottle in front. So I've got to take this whole assembly off. But that sideways movement is not good. To get that off, I'm going to get the spring out. Okay, I brought the suspension up, and now under the weight of the car, this suspension is squashed enough that this link is loose. I'm not under pressure from the anti-roll bar, which means I can undo that now, take it out, and maybe that'll allow me to push it down a bit further and get the spring out. I can't get this off, so what I've had to do is remove the mountings for the anti-roll bar, so there's no connection that can put torsion in, so that I can lower this arm again. So I'm going to try and lower this arm and drop that spring out. Go. Some success today. I'm going to get the pin out. Backing washer off. There we are, last bolt out. Now it should just fall off. Right, it's never going to just fall off, is it? Oh, come off! Rubber is just catching on the way out. There we go. And there is the crack. Goes right through this tube there. It doesn't go through this side. So that's why I had to take this off. Finally got the arm off, but I can't disconnect at the moment the anti-roll bar because the two connectors are absolutely seized on. So now I've got to try and work out how to fix the knocking problem. Probably taking half the car apart. Hub off. What I might do is, rather than trying to struggle with this on the car, is as this part is going to come off anyway, we take this all off, it'll be easy to work on this on the bench, and that means that everything is off apart from the wishbone. I can concentrate on that. I'm hoping this is going to be long enough. Yep. And I should be able to hold that and do the nut underneath. Okay, that's that nut off. Now I've got to get this nut off here. Can't get it from above because of that tube, so I'm going to have to do it with a spanner, little by little, and see how we go. Oh, there we go. Now, as I do this, it should come off. Oh, it didn't actually turn, did it? So the last bolt holding the top arm on, it will not come off. And of course it's the one that's hidden. Come on. Just bending the spanners. Now I wasn't planning to change anything on the brakes, but because when I took it apart I noticed that the pads are swollen. This all needs to be serviced and stripped out. It's going to be a lot easier if this isn't attached. And I can put fresh brake fluid in. So okay, I managed to get out the bolt for that pivot point. I started taking out the expansion vessel behind because the bolt just kept hitting the bottom of it. I only needed a fraction out of the way, so I thought if I loosen it, I've got that bolt out and past, so I can take out the arm, hopefully. Haha. No, I'm not going to be able to take out the arm. Got it. You see the damage on this side where it's got compressed. That is the problem. That was a knocking. Finally got it off. Now I can get to that bolt. That is a broken arm out. Now the anti-roll bar linkage is proving very difficult, but I think I might have started to get it off now. It's had copious amounts of penetrant, loads of that. What I've started to do now is I undid it a bit and it didn't go anywhere. So what I've done now is tightened it back up and loosened it and sort of cycling it like this. And that seems to be working in the penetrant. Actually, I'm getting somewhere slowly. I'm hoping this is going to get a lot easier. Because working here, next to the car, is rubbish. I need to get this pan away from the car. Oh, it's getting very loose. Come on, come on. Yes. It's off. Gosh, it's red hot.
It's off! Hallelujah! I really, really wanted to get these off. They're 20 quid each. That, I just had to cycle. That is really difficult to get off. So now, got to take all these brackets off, get the kingpin off, then refit the brackets, the spring seat and the kingpin to the new pan. There we go. Spring seat out and needs to be cleaned. Bit of a mess. Anyway. That's it. Bracket off.
pushing into the pin. No.
Okay, we're going to end the episode there. We've got all the parts off the car. Haven't managed to get the kingpin and the A-arm separated, and nor have we managed to get the trunnion out of the upper arm. So I've got those off the car, so that'll hopefully make it easier to get those apart. I'm going to keep trying getting those apart, but meanwhile, in the next episode I'm going to start going through the cleaning and painting ready for going back on process for all the parts that I've taken off. Then when they're all painted, we'll put all the parts together with a new A-arm and the new upper arms ready to go back on. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.